Okay, I wore this to my hairdresser on Saturday on the heat wave day, and I somehow managed to cope. But it's a sign of the times that we can't forget about something really major that's been happening over the past few years. I'll get to it soon. We'll just set this silly piece of shitty equipment up. See what we can do with it to make this look really nice. Going at 400 for this. But people don't want to know about it. They just want to cover their ears up and go la 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 la. Yeah, and have a Merry Christmas without not worry about it. When it's going to happen, they say it's going to peak around Christmas. And you remember what it was? You seen one of these, folks? You don't want to see another one of these and have to wear one in the heat? Well, it looks like they said on a couple of weeks ago on Channel 9 News, they said that COVID's going to make a peak around Christmas time. So it looks like we can't escape this Christmas having to deal with some COVID. Although they did say that the strains involved were not as aggressive. They were not aggressive ones, but I still wonder. And I spoke to my GP a few days ago, or maybe whenever it was, and she reckons there's quite some strains of concern coming up. But you can't ignore COVID forever. So just be prepared, folks, for the masks, for having to mask up and do all the COVID things again, like on a merry-go-round, a COVID merry-go-round. You know, I'm tipping we're going to have lockdowns again. I'm going to have a tip, right? I'm not going to actually put money on it, folks, but I want to tip that maybe we're going to go through another round of COVID because we've lost all the masks, we've lost all the testing and all the reporting and all the precautions, and we just appear to be la-la-laing it along and not worrying about it. Cover your ears and just say la-la-la, COVID's gone, COVID's gone, COVID's gone. But you can't say that forever, folks. But, you know, just take that as, you may not like what I have to say, but, you know, it's just my opinion, my 2 cents, you could call it. You could call it my 2 cents for the day. But, you know, I do think it's interesting. I'm fascinated by tipping this as a possibility that we might be going back to all this COVID shit because we got a bit too carried away with freedom, with the freedom of not wearing masks. If it's bad enough catching a cold or a flu, and I wear the mask not just for COVID, I wear it mainly to stop me from catching or reduce my chances of catching the flu because I get it so violently. For me, COVID's quite mild, which is really strange, but when I catch a flu, it's like I'm sick for 3 weeks and my nose gets horribly blocked in my throat. I get I think you could call it laryngitis. My voice sounds like it's breaking and it's really deep, and I can't talk properly unless I talk loudly, and it's really horrible. And the coughing's not the hard part, it's the congestion that really bothers me primarily. When I can't swallow and I can't breathe through even when I blow my nose, it's like, fuck, it won't come out. It's just stuck in there. So I wear this not just for COVID, but for colds and flu. And that's come up looking quite a treat. I think they now call this COVID bite quits.